Imagine for a moment that you are in the backyard of your house. You begin to dig a hole with a shovel and you hit the edge of a metallic object. After several hours of trying to unearth that object, you realize that it is bigger than you have imagined. It occupies a large part of your backyard. But greater would be the surprise when you discover that your findings is one of the most desired cars in the world, a Ferrari. Today, we're going to take a look at one of the most surprising stories of housing discoveries, the story of a man who found a Ferrari buried in his backyard. In 1978, several children were playing in the backyard of a house. Surely, at some point during your childhood, you've dug a hole in the ground for no particular reason, maybe because of simple boredom. That was the same case with these children. They began to dig a hole without knowing what they might find. One of the children called his father, telling him that they have found buried treasure. Making his way to the backyard, the father soon realized that it was not simple child's play. He noticed that he was looking at the top of a car and soon called the LAPD. They began an investigation and contacted several people to help dig up the vehicle. Incredibly, after spending hours digging, it was not simply pieces of a car that were buried underground, but a full Dino 246 GT Ferrari. Someone, for some reason, had buried it. The car had a value of about $20,000 for that time, about $80,000 in today's market. This greatly perplexed the citizens of the state. Who would bury a Ferrari? Later it was discovered that its owner had reported it as stolen. Maybe the thieves buried it in order to hide it, or maybe the owner did it so he could collect on the insurance. According to eyewitness accounts, the car had plastic sheets covering the engine, so it was believed that the person or people who buried it was later planning to recover it, but never did, since it has been buried for more than 4 years. But what happened to the car? Since this Ferrari was reported stolen, the insurance company had already paid money to its original owner. So in the end, the insurance company put it up for auction. Today, the man who won the auction, the owner of this famous Ferrari, can still be seen driving the car in the streets, as if the vehicle was never buried. The family that discovered the Ferrari only won a spot in automotive history, since they could not claim the car. Without a doubt, this is a very strange and, at the same time, an interesting story. The citizens of Los Angeles sees this car every day and do not realize that it spent years buried in the backyard of someone's house. Tell me what you think about this story. What would you do if you found a valuable car buried in your yard? Would you call the authorities, or would you keep it a secret? Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, assume nothing and question everything.